Kia ora everyone, we finally have the official reveal for the LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean The Black Pearl. It's a set that's releasing this September, and it is massive, bro. Crazy stuff. Let's get into the important info here first, and then my overall thoughts and breakdown. There are timestamps down below for all those who just want to go jumping around. This here is LEGO Icon Set 10365, Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship, okay? Releasing September 12th for VIP members, the set here contains 2,862 pieces in total. And technically speaking, it's got 9 minifigures there, and for the price of this behemoth, it's 380 USD before tax. In Australia, it's 550, and for us here in NZ, we're looking at 600 NZD, which is more than what the set was originally being projected for when we last talked about this in the reveal videos. Now, in saying that, the US price point is also higher than anticipated as well, courtesy of the guy that the Americans voted into office. Now, last time I talked about this thing, I said that no gift with purchase set was slated for release. That has since changed. VIP members will be rewarded with a buildable Jack's compass if they buy this thing at release. It's one of those yellow box releases though, likely thrown together quickly to convince those FOMO buyers to go day one, and I actually think this looks pretty cool for what this is, but it's also one that I can easily skip, so I'm pretty happy to not feel the pressure of needing to buy this in a couple of weeks. My initial thoughts on this thing is that, well, for a Black Pearl release at 2,800 pieces, yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm feeling ultimately whelmed by this. It looks exactly how I imagined it would look. Personally speaking though, I never wanted a 2,800 piece set of this ship. I wanted something that was more affordable and in a playscale setting, one that I could actually display. The original one is 800 pieces total, the recently released Going Merry from the One Piece line, that's 1,300 pieces in total, it's about 200 NZD as well, and that's the sweet spot that I was really hoping to see from the LEGO group. But of course, Pirates of the Caribbean is very important for my generation and for the fans older than me. Those movies were huge, and the LEGO line from 2011 was also really popular with collectors as well, so is it better to make a $200 set that will sell, or a $600 set that will sell? I was also really looking forward to seeing images of Arkham, and since these both release around the same time as one another, I was kind of umming and ahhing on which one I wanted to get at release. I feel the same ultimately on both. They're pretty good, but I don't feel a rush to get either of them. We still have Star Trek on the horizon, mind you. Let's talk about that naming convention here. What the hell is going on? Why is the adult price release given such a generic toy name? It really doesn't matter, but I'm fascinated by the reasoning behind this. The assumption is that the search engine algorithm would suggest that the average consumer can figure it out easier by naming it main character ship, but what general consumer is dropping 380 USD on this thing? Now this image here shows the dimensions for the ship, and man, compared to the others in the line, this thing is just in its own scale entirely. It's not going to fit with my displays, and it won't fit alongside the other ships. I've said that I believe we will be seeing a Flying Dutchman in this scale in the future though, and shoot, I'm going to have to buy that one. Like we can see in these images here, the talent on screen is holding this thing. Jesus, good lord, it's huge. I just wouldn't be able to keep this thing displayed, you know? Such a very cool but overly large display piece for someone like me who plans on continuing to collect other sets from other themes in the future. It does also feature some play gimmicks, and once again, why isn't this just an affordable playset release then? The implication here is that you can steer the wheel and the rudder will also respond to those movements. The best feature that I've seen in a while here though, is that you can spin this wheel at the back and it seems to roll out the cannons. That is amazing. Now the ship here also comes with its own display base, of course, and apparently you can remove the lower hull section entirely to make the ship appear as though it's sailing on water. Let's also talk about the hull there, because I did speculate that with a high piece count, it would mostly appear brick built without these specially molded hull pieces from other pirate ships. I think I can make out some of the big hull pieces are used here, but otherwise, it looks like most of this thing is entirely brick built. It also looks like a couple of the rooms have some interactive spaces as well. We can see the captain's cabin here, and this image shows a treasure chest. There's some sort of an interactive area there too, but it doesn't look like it's got nearly as much going on as the Going Merry set from earlier in the year. This is just nitpicky too, but I feel like the masks are just a bit too tall, or taller than they needed to be. I think it's just because I'm so used to seeing the playscale releases, but the sails just look so flat here in my eyes. Look, overall I am impressed with this. It's just not what I was personally wanting to see from a LEGO 2025 Pirates of the Caribbean remake set. It's still a set that I will likely acquire just over the next year or two. Something I think we sometimes forget is that these sets are made to be available for a long time. Like, you can still go out and buy the Daily Bugle, you know what I mean? There's no real rush for this. I do love LEGO Pirates and I love those movies too. It is a very cool design, but let's talk about those minifigs. These are for the most part pretty satisfactory for me. Leaker reports from the last update we talked about showed Rigetti and Pintle, neither of which are here, so it just goes to show you can't always trust the leakers, but that is a huge oversight on LEGO's part. Not including those two is pretty ridiculous to me. It's an expensive release. There's literally no reason for them to not be here for the adult price toy. They do all look pretty solid here, just the lack of leg printing for some of them feels pretty egregious to me, especially for the high price. Some highlights here though, Jack Sparrow features a flesh tone redesign and his parts emphasize a brighter red in colour. I'm happy that it's a new torso design with the white arms there too, it's just a whole lot brighter compared to those originals. Now, Barbossa was a figure that was reported late, originally absent from the initial announcement, so it's amazing to see him here. He features a brand new hat-hair combo piece which is very different to the original figure, and he looks pretty stellar, leg printing and all too. Elizabeth features a brand new outfit design, and she's also shown holding the Aztec gold piece. Awesome stuff. Will Turner also looks pretty great too with his face printing and torso, but there's no special leg printing, which is upsetting to see. One thing I've complained about with the Gibbs figures from the original sets is the fact that his torso is coloured grey and not blue, and LEGO have finally fixed it. He looks great, though again, no leg printing. The brand new characters here are Marty, Cotton, and Anna Maria, who all look like really great modern iterations of their video game counterparts. It's really cool to finally get some brand new crew members here, no leg printing for either of them though, but nice inclusions that I look forward to seeing in person. Now the 9th minifigure there, if you count it, is the ship decoration at the front of the boat, who seems to also be using parts from the Statue of Liberty minifig. A very cool display piece, and I do like it when minifigures are used in this way. I'm going to wrap things up here by just repeating what I've said already. I like this overall. It's about what I was expecting to see from this, and I think it looks good for what it is. It's just not what I was wanting it to be at this current stage in time. Maybe we see some playscale releases in the future though. The LEGO Disney line is a little all over the place at the moment, but I'm happy to see so many are in love with this release. That's it from me today. Thanks for watching everyone. If you enjoyed this look at an upcoming LEGO release, liking this video here and subscribing to the channel does help to support more videos like this one in the future. Ka kite anō, take care, and I hope to see you all next time.